anything's possible.
When the moment came and you got to tell family and friends, what was the reaction?
Man, everyone was like jumping through the roof. Like everyone was super excited. But the biggest one was my nephews. Once I told them, they were like going crazy. Oh, my uncle, yeah, like going crazy. So it was their reaction that really like everyone else like super excited, but like seeing my nephews and seeing how proud they were, like that was the best.
That's it.
That's the best. That was the icing on the cake.
All right, I'm gonna go do some laundry. I'll be back for the game too.
Oh, she's actually gone.
So funnily enough, we rode over to Viper's territory, and the guy who tagged along in my cart is now our opponent. So friends become enemies real quick here in 2K23.
And great, something to keep an eye on in this one, the big man. Both these teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. T is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Diallo in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's hauled in by Diallo. Here's Kane. He's covered by Westbrook. Kane, the pass to Edwards. Towns trying to get open. Kane, that's good. Kane's got his second basket.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Outside, Walker to the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Kane. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's his first personal
Way
foul.
ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
The Timberwolves shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
That's good from Kane. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. This will be the first game this season against this team. He knows they're great rim protectors, but he doesn't want his guys to back down. He told them, push the action, stay confident. You may get one sent back. Don't let that deter you at all. So, Kevin, they're going to keep trying to be aggressive all game.
All right, David, sounds like they're plotting GA to try and overcome some pretty stingy defense.
Yeah, the play calling is going to be key here, guys. You can't afford to be predictable.
Yeah, they can't beat these guys with blind luck and talent. They're going to have to outthink them.
Walker. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And certain teams take on the attitude of their city. And over the years, Philadelphia has been one of them. The Sixers known for having tough teams, much like the Town.
Here's Walker after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Embiid, no good. Kane, the pass to Edwards. Here's Towns. He gets that one. And Greg, you mentioned the 76ers have taken on the identity of Philadelphia. In your estimation, how?
You know, you go all the way back to the 80s. This has been a team that plays hard, focuses on defense, gritty, much like their city. So they tend to play with a chip on their shoulder.
The 76ers trail by 14. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, it's such a simple yet effective move. Embiid executing the pump fake.
And I feel like one of the more underrated aspects of Embiid's game is his passing.
He understands that teams are going to bring 2, sometimes 3. You have to make quick decisions with the ball when that happens. Embiid, he embraces that challenge.
Anthony Melton, who's checked in for Philadelphia.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in his zone.
Pass to Walker from downtown. Nobody near Melton. Rebound, Minnesota.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
The 76ers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Tipped away. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Here's Kane. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves. The 76ers trail by 18. Inside, Melton. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
The pass to Walker. Maxey with it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Kane, that's good.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And the dunk by Embiid.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside. And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
On the wing, Harris. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Kane. Minnesota leading by 20. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Melton kicks to Walker. No good on the triple.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
And another 3 for Minnesota.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so it's Minnesota ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been active and lineup here for the Timberwolves. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. Reed out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Kane in at the point guard position. Over to the left wing. Trains the three-pointer. Kane's got 36.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Releases from 15. That shot, no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And, guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
And who knows, if you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Right wing. They need this. Another miss by Philadelphia.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Embiid. That shot off. Some solid defense from Reed. Kane, the pass to Reed. Lets it go from deep. Again, what an avalanche!
And another 50-point outburst for him as he continues this incredible season.
Well, he's marching towards history, Greg, as we know. He looks to catch the mark for third most 50-point games in a single season, which is absolutely amazing. Maxey, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
The three. Good, that's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. With 1 on the clock. No good that time. And so it's mid.
With the score, your 76ers 23, the Timberwolves 74.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from T.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything,
and luckily
and he's
they've got terrific depth
all game long.
at that position.
Harrison
If there's
and
one
Embiid are
spot
manning
on
the
the floor
post
where they
position.
can afford to lose
Maxey
somebody,
out there with
that
Russell
would
Westbrook.
probably be
And
it.
it's Walker in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
See you back soon.
So having a counter move in your bag is always essential into making sure you're as unguardable as possible. So for example, with Devin Booker, man, if people queue into my step back jumpers, I'll cancel out of that, cancel to a crossover, and get to the basket. Give your defender different looks just so you're not predictable on defense.
Let's phone a friend. No. Would you like to use a lifeline?
Yes.
Who would you like to call?
Congratulations to A-Loki and the entire Loki family that came out to support. I found out that people were in the Team 2K TV league trading up draft picks when we didn't agree upon a time. So I'll let you guys talk about that.
Ah, collusion. Did you see Triple D?
Double-digit
Danny.
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 Well, these two teams tonight, they are loaded with young talent. Doris, the future looks bright.
Well, they're loaded with young talent, and it is fearless talent. These are squads that are going to be tremendous to watch for the next several years. Tonight could be a preview of the next generation of stars to come.
So the Hornets starting five. Now Williams, 6 to shoot, ball, and the shot goes down.
Well, the quickness helps LaMelo Ball out inside right there. Just allows him to get the quick drop on the defense.
Here's T. Counted from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Ball outside. Puts it up. The shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
And here are the Hornets now. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Here's Ball. That doesn't go either for Ball.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Now the Hornets moving it up. Three-pointer Rozier. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
First team foul. At the line for Minnesota. One shot.
Guys, when the conversation is about the Charlotte Hornets, obviously there is a figure that looms large, and that's the majority owner, Michael Jordan, the man who has 6 NBA titles, the man who many consider the greatest player to ever play the game.
Charlotte calls timeout. Since MJ took over as owner of the Hornets in 2010, he's tried to keep them competitive.
Unlike when MJ was a player in a huge market like Chicago, in a market like Charlotte, it's much smaller. It's a bigger challenge to attract marquee talent. But I would say this, they've got some exciting young talent on their roster. You begin with LaMelo Ball, certainly potential there to build on.
Back to Rozier. Charlotte again missing.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Here's T. And another three from Minnesota.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Robbed. Driving to the basket, and that one is stuffed right through.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Ball. Doing damage on offense. He's averaging about 29.5 a game. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. T, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Ball no good.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
And always a lot to find out when opponents haven't seen each other yet.
It's an interesting matchup. Two teams that don't know each other all that well. Separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Williams is checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Diallo's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Horton Tucker in for Anthony Edwards.
Andre Drummond understands if I can get to the offensive window, I can put points on the board.
Here's T, pounded by Ball. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Here's T. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Basket's good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And the Hornets with possession here. Trailing by 17. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Here's Ball, following the score by Minnesota. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's T. And another three from Minnesota.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And it's blocked by Wood. Ball outside. Pass to Wood. And stolen by Williams. Here's T. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end of...
And so it's Minnesota up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's T in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, B.A., it's interesting. I mean, it can vary.
Substitution on the court.
1:03 left in the first half. Here's T. Fires in the triple. 33 points for him.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
His first shot attempt. It doesn't go for him.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
35 seconds left in the first half. Wood grabs the board. Charlotte has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Here's ball. Charlotte again missing.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
That one goes. Count it.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
And Wood with the stuff.
I'll tell you, the vision is simply special. LaMelo Ball toys with the defense, creates easy opportunities for his teammates.
With 1 on the clock. And another basket for Minnesota.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
And so it's Minnesota. Don't see too many 39-point leads in the NBA. Incredible. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Come. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting a sensational 78% from the field in this game. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Steve Clifford. Connects from downtown.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
It's beer for real. What plays have we
It's a
got?
bonus.
Oh!
Oh! Are you kidding me?
No way.
Keegan? Oh! Keegan Murray! Yes!
Look.
And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Kane in at the 1. Nobody near Allen. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Minnesota with the ball. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Knocked away. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Kane. And another 3 for Minnesota. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Yeah, I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Holiday. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And something you have to remember about Drew Holiday, he was a key player in helping the Bucks win their historic title in 2021.
He was unbelievable in that entire postseason. Started every game, averaged 17 points, was going to take on the toughest guard opposing player and accept that challenge for every series, and took them to the title.
And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, their defense wasn't exactly solid in that game. So if they could make up for mistakes by causing some turnovers, it might have helped. They didn't even get those.
Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, even with teams daring Giannis to shoot from outside, his career three-point percentage stuck below 30%.
And still an elite scorer because of his proficiency at the rim. But it's been said before, if he adds the triple, he'll be truly unguardable.
Of course, one of the league's best scorers, Giannis, poised to be one of the game's all-time best.
Fires for 3, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Passes it to Beauchamp. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Here's Kane. He had 40 points in the win against Charlotte. Good on the three-point shot.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Giannis passes to Holiday.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Beauchamp. He's guarded by Kane. Down low. And Beauchamp gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And while you can't get it all back in one possession, just stay after it, keep attacking, and see what happens.
Antetokounmpo passes to Allen. Holiday left side. The shot missing. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. This is the first meeting of these two teams, so he didn't know exactly what to expect. But he does know that he wants his guys to attack offensively. He feels their success on that and will dictate their success through the game. So, guys, we can expect them to be aggressive from early on.
Thank you, David. The team being honest about its approach. So, Greg, it's offense first.
Well, you can't put everything in the game plan. You have to kind of pick and choose. For them, it's really about generating points.
Yeah, there's another side of the floor right here, so it can't be just about offense. Their defensive intensity has got to rise up.
Good on the triple. 23 points for T.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable. Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good by Giannis.
Well, you have to do way more than that to stop the MVP. Giannis just determined.
Here's Kane, covered by Wall. Again from deep, the three-pointer good from Kane. Kane's got 29.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And so it's Minnesota in complete command.
6. The Timberwolves. 34.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Anderson. Diallo comes in for McDaniels. Kane, he's checked in for Edwards. And Talen Horton-Tucker subbed in for Ross. And with every season, Brant, it seems like the league gets more diverse and international. It certainly keeps the play interesting.
Well, the skill set of the younger players that come into the league is absolutely scintillating, and those different styles, those different techniques, that's the great thing about basketball, is that you can find something within each player that you'd like to steal or borrow, but it's unique to them.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Williams. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. Then it's T. And it's Horton-Tucker in at the point guard position. The offensive rebound, Cousins. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Cousins has got his first basket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Releases. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Pass to Beverly. Back to Holiday. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
And this is their first matchup against this team since they knocked them off in the NBA Finals.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Diallo against Connaughton. Back to Beverly. Rob. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Kane. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Milwaukee has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the pass to Beverly to end the run. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Good on the bucket. Kane's got 40 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Hey, I'm free. Giannis against Towns. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Kane, that's good.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
The first half with a score, your Bucks 29, the Timberwolves 64.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from T.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Giannis and Lopez hold down the post for him. Holiday and Allen have guard duties, and it's Beauchamp in at the three. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Back to Allen. 5 to shoot. Trying to the hoop. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jaden McDaniels. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
This season, he has been absolutely locked in at the free throw line. How about 90%?
Now, something that stands out about the Bucks is their versatility in their offensive package. I mean, they use penetration, they shoot the three, whatever it takes to beat a good defense.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Well, of course, Giannis is the Bucks leader, but it's still Coach Bud who calls the shots. Giannis says, as players, we have to accept Coach's plan. You got to trust. That's the only way it's going to work. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'm going to execute the game plan, and sometimes I'm not. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not my day. Kevin, that is very, very good perspective.
Agreed. Thanks, David. 3 on 3. Here's Kane. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And Brent, what would you say is the secret to the Bucks' deep offensive arsenal?
Well, it's a variety of talents that they have on the floor. There's just a combination of guys who want to move the ball, want to move their bodies, and then you get the ball to Giannis and you get out of the way.
Puts up a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Kane's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K.
And if you all remember, back in episode 30, the great Danny Hogger said,
I'm going to guarantee a championship for the Kings this year. Kings this year.
So we had bulletin board material for days, and we were not going to let that.
It's early in the season, but we're already seeing some teams fall short of expectations. Grant, what do these teams need to do to get back on track?
Well, first of all, they have to relax. They can't panic. It's still early in the season. But, of course, it's on the leaders of each team to set the tone. They need to make sure everyone is locked in and on the same page.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Amadou Diallo, and it's T in at the point. And not too long ago, MP hit a milestone in his career. His first ever Player of the Month award.
And you know, that honor is all about consistency. You've got to play at a high level for weeks at a time. Physically and mentally, that's a big challenge.
Now here's Porzingis. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Here's T. First quarter of play, a minute in. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 5.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Both free throws good from Morris. We played just over a minute here in the first. Here's T. And he makes it on the layup.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now here's Beal. An important scorer for this team, averaging around 25.5 a game. Puts up a 3. Morris can't hit.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Boy, you get everything you want from a young star in Anthony Edwards. I mean, excellent all-out energy in every minute he's on the floor. Plays hard and with great intensity, and he's got a commitment to working hard in practice. That is a really good combination for one of your franchise players.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Beal outside. Back to Morris. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Now here's Porzingis. A guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morris.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Misses from close range. Well, practice certainly has paid off when you look at Anthony Edwards' stat line, Clark.
Yeah, improvement across the board, BA, and that doesn't just happen by accident or osmosis. You got to put the work in. In almost every category, his game is only getting stronger and better. The future, extremely bright for this young man, especially if he can keep that arrow green and going forward.
Beal. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. And another 3 from Minnesota.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Timeout called. The Wizards. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
They had a tough time beyond the arc. A lot of their possessions ended in his threes.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
So Washington ends up going with a new group. Now here's Wright. He's closely guarded.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Wright. A minute 50 left in the opening quarter.
And they've done a pretty good job working the ball inside, but haven't been able to convert at all.
Yeah, you know, defense or not, good defense or not, those are shots you got to make. I mean, they're missing some easy ones.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And Washington has possession. 17-point game. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
And that one drops for him. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Well, how about the transition game, too? I mean, that's been another key for them, moving the ball quickly up the floor. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Here's Davis. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. 4 on the clock. And again, Washington, no good. Minnesota has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. Yep, that one goes.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Now a timeout called by Washington.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
30 seconds left in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. Pass to T. Finished off the break. 27 points for him.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Davis, the pass to Wright. A shot to stop the run. Minnesota with a rebound. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and
Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there.
I see him.
Outside Davis. And now the T-Wolves on the break. They've got Kispert. Davis out there with DeLon Wright. Then there's Avdia. That's the group for Washington right now.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
There's Davis with the 3. Anderson pulls it down. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. A guy who plays with great confidence, Grant. Davis is always looking to attack.
Yeah, and B.A., that's true at both ends of the floor. His competitive nature allows him to guard an opponent's best scorer and at the same time shoulder much of the offensive load.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And confidence is such a critical component. How much does it help to have a head coach who really believes in you as a player, Clark?
B.A., I think it does add, and it adds to your own confidence level and it infuses you. But self-talk is the most important talk. But when it's supported by your coach, I think now you've got the best of all worlds when it comes to confidence.
And he makes both free throws.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Pass to Avdia. Six on the shot clock. It's right on the wing. And that one's long.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Here's Avdia. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Davis finds right. Shoots over Anderson. The Wizards with another miss.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And the shot goes in. Wright's got his first points of the night.
Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Pass to Williams. From downtown, and the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Your Wizards, 19. The Timberwolves, 53.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, the Timberwolves shooting a sensational 78% from the field in this game, setting the floor for the Timberwolves. They've got Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards out there with Hamidou Diallo, and it's Reed in at the power forward spot. Beal outside. Morris for three. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Towns is checked in.
Anthony Towns.
For three, Porzingis. No good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's T. Oh, another one falls.
Once again, he hits the 50-point mark as he continues to be a force of nature this season.
This performance has tied him for third most 50-point games in a season. He just keeps delivering. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you.
It's time for another 2K TV Tuesday. This is your chance to earn double XP by wearing 2K TV apparel in the city.
Mark your calendars, text your friends, and
You know, almost every team has some kind of roster turnover in the offseason, so Greg, this time of year can be about getting familiar with your new teammates.
There's always a feeling out process this early in the schedule. It's about finding your team's identity, figuring out how all the pieces are going to fit.
And now the Lakers starting group. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with Davis. Russell is out there with LeBron James. And it's Reeves in a 2-guard. Shot clock at 3. Here's Kane. It's good from long range.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Outside, Russell fires the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, I briefly spoke with the Lakers head coach. He's looking for his guys to put up a terrific performance tonight, especially at the defensive end. He said, we want to use our length and athleticism to protect the rim and make it hard for shooters to get clean looks. This is the first meeting of the season between these two. Guys, we'll see how it comes out.
Can't fault him for that, David. Thank you. Trying to take command of this game, Greg, using their defense as the canvas.
Kevin, I love the approach. So many teams come in with an offensive mindset. These guys are flipping the script.
They look to get stops, but they also look to create some turnovers, which can lead to easy runouts.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Kane. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Greg, here's a classic NBA question. Who's been the best franchise in league history? Celtics or the Lakers?
Come on, Kevin. You are putting me on the spot. But I'd go with the Lakers. More superstars over the years. And I think that 2000s run with Kobe and company, that put them ahead in my estimation.
One guy who's been getting it done is T.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
Now here's LeBron. His last outing, 16 points for him.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Gobert against Davis. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, but still shooting 80% as a team.
Russell finds James. Back to Russell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And another thing you like about Russell, just good size at that lead guard position, and makes him a handful to defend inside.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, in my opinion,
Take a break.
the way the 3 has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
There's the triple. Kane, that's good. Kane's got 15.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
And the Lakers with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 10. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and G.A., he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
And here is LeBron after the three-pointer from Kane. Here's Davis, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
You look at how far AD's come offensively since his rookie year. It's pretty astounding.
Well, and for Anthony Davis, a big contributor to this team when healthy.
Kevin, AD does everything on the court that you ask of him. He can defend in space and guard just about anybody, along with being a force on the offensive side. He's a terrific talent.
And the first one drops.
And with the struggles AD has had to stay healthy, and you wonder, though, if the team's going to focus on having him be at his best for that postseason run and try to manage the wear and tear.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's McDaniels in for Diallo. Lakers trail by 14. Fading outside. There's 1:47 left to play here in the first. Here's Noel. Last time out he had 14 points and finished off by Davis.
Business-like focus. AD presents a big target on the roll. Bucket.
And when Davis is on the floor, Greg, he is a force. But how do you keep him healthy into the playoffs? That is the question.
I mean, sustaining his output over a full season isn't easy, but Davis has had a bit of bad luck with the injury, so you have to mitigate ways to keep him available.
And here is Los Angeles now after the three-pointer from Kane. They get it again. There's the pass to Dennis. Three-pointer on the way. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. .58 seconds left in the first quarter. Hachimura against Anderson. Snatched up. Here's Davis.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Kane, that's good.
Oh, he is in a zone. 9 of 10 here in the first. He is red hot.
Pass to Dennis. The Lakers moving the ball around. Passes it to Davis. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Rebound by Williams. Here's Kane. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
If you love analytics, this is what this is all about. They favor the three ball. You can pile up points in a hurry.
And the D getting out work there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Jared Vanderbilt. LeBron James is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Reeves in at the two-guard position. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. The Lakers are, of course, one of the league's storied franchises. And Magic Johnson was asked recently if they have the best all-time collection of players. He says it's not even close. Outside of Bill, we have all the dominant closers. Kobe, Jerry, LeBron now, Worthy. Come on now, it's just too many Lakers. Kevin, back to you.
Well, he's got a point, David, and we thank you for your report. And Minnesota has possession after D'Angelo Russell's miss.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The tray. Again, Russell missing.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And T is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful.
So as we conclude the first half, so far,
for Minnesota Timberwolves, 53, the Lakers, 30.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from T.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers, a very high percentage of those in the first half.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Edwards is out there with T, and it's Diallo in at the 3. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Kane, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Reeves. No good, unable to end this run.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
That's going to go back the other direction, but they played a pretty clean game. Not many giveaways, and the score reflects that.
And it's Russell at the elbow. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Well, we know we're in the later stages of his career, but Steve, it's just simply incredible, mind-boggling really, how athletic LeBron James, and another one falls.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now third in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, G.A., you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K TV, we hope you're enjoying the summer.
We're back to introduce a special encore presentation of our 2K TV virtual wrap party.
We had such a great response, and 1 week just wasn't enough to showcase all the amazing talent included in this episode.
So, in case you missed any of it, we're bringing it back for a longer run, and it's even better.
At this stage of the season, it's not unheard of to see teams lose steam. Doris, how do coaches keep their teams motivated for the second half of the year?
B, I think one thing quality NBA coaches do is they emphasize an NBA regular season is a marathon, not a sprint. Whether you are winning or losing, you're always building the foundation of your program. Do you have good defensive habits? Do you share the basketball? Are you committed to winning? Are you about your teammates? So much goes into success.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Then it's Amadou Diallo. Then there's Edwards. And it's T in at the 1. Now here's Butler. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. Here's T. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Pass to Hero. About a minute played here so far in the first. Lowry, no good. Lowry against Edwards. Here's T. Diallo outside. Here's T. Hounded by Adebayo. T. And he can't get that one. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Boy, I'd love to watch Jimmy Butler work in the post. High activity level. Hard not to foul that guy.
Now at the line, Jimmy Butler. 2.
And he makes the first. Butler hits them both.
Well, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys whose work ethic seems to permeate an entire organization. There's the competitive spirit, the will to win. Those things always resonate with his teammates.
Sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8. Miami has gone 0 for 3 from downtown.
Minnesota foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Hero outside. Diallo against Butler. And there's the... Oh, wow!
Oh, how about the talent, the creativity? Butler with the highlight reel attack.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's T. What a tremendous game he played against the Lakers. Fires in the triple.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Hero outside. Back to Butler. Hero outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lowry outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's T. He's guarded by Lowry. T with the bucket.
I just love the ball movement.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Hero, the pass to Butler. Martin with the ball. Lowry outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Edwards finds Diallo. Here's T. He's guarded by Lowry. From deep. T with the bucket.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Hero outside. Pass to Lowry. Miami, no good that time either.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Pure from three-point range.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Now here's Lowry. Looking for his first basket still in this one. The three is up. And another three from Minnesota.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Edwards against Hero. That's tipped. Fast break, Minnesota. And a... Another three from Minnesota.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Yard 7 finds Lowry. They need this. Up again. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Puts up a three. T with a bucket. And he's got 28 now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Jovic. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Hero for three. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves continuing to pile it on, up 22.
6. The Timberwolves, 28.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Well, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the wing, it'll be Hero and Butler. Enes Freedom out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Lowry in at the point. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Hero against Ross. Freedom. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Here's T. He's got 34. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense is looking very frustrated right now.
Lowry outside. Now Hero. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Down low. And there's a 3-second violation.
Talk about a way to deflate the team.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Here's Hero. 43 points last game out. Martin outside. Back to Hero from deep three-point range. The shot, no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. T with a bucket.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
For Miami, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Hero, the pass to Bledsoe. Hero against McDaniels. Martin up top. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. You're at 7, no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And the three-pointer goes. 43 points in the game.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night. To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back. And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
And so Hero nails both of them.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Pass to T from outside the arc. And another 3 from Minnesota.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Hero, no good.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And so it's Minnesota already up 26 points as this quarter ends. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Back to the game after this break. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So for Minnesota right now, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's Amadou Diallo. And it's T in at the point guard position. Heat shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
It's even better.
Yes, we've added new interactive questions and some fun facts throughout.
We'll see you back here in a few weeks with a new episode, but until then, enjoy 2K23 and, enjoy that summer.
We are celebrating the end of Season 9 of 2K TV with community members. We have got Demi, Aaliyah, and Watch Me Work. They're going to go with LD.
We might have a throwback battle on our hands, Greg. These two teams take pride in their defense.
No doubt. These are some tough-nosed, gritty, physical defenses, and we're not going to see many easy buckets. Both sides are going to make you work.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks, and it's Morant in at the point. Here's Kane, and the three ball is good.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Outside, Bain. Here's Morant, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Fires for three, and another three for Minnesota.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Brooks, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. The three from Morant. Morant with another miss.
And he does it right in his face. This is how you answer a three with a three. Just merciless.
Kane, that's good.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals. And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. He's confident in their ability to win the battle of the low post. That's where he'd like to see most of the action take place. Kevin, I think we can expect them to pound the ball down low every chance they get. Let their big men go to work.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Brooks after the made shot from Kane. And again, Memphis no good.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink one of their first 5 shots.
For 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
This looks like a shoot-around the way they're scoring. 5 straight makes to start the game.
Memphis is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside, Payne. Out to the right wing. Adams, the pass to Morant. To halt the run. The offensive rebound. Adams' shot is off.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Here's Kane. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's the steal. The 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Timeout, timeout.
Kane's got 20 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
And when you're giving up offensive boards, it's a simple fix. You need to raise your effort level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Williams, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's McDaniels in for Diallo. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves. Here's Kane. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Jones looking for an opening. 1:22 left in the first quarter of the game. 6 to shoot. Trying to get something going. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
Here's Kane. And another 3 for Minnesota.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now, here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Jones, no luck. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Kane, that's good.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Jones, the pass to Kennard. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And Jones now atop the key. That one, no good. Williams with the defensive effort. Here's Kane, defended by Jones. And it finds the net. Another three-point hit from Kane. Kane's got 35 in the game. Payne looking around. Here's Robinson Earl. Here's Tillman. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Clark in at the center, filling out the middle.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Tipped away. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And despite the double-digit lead, still in attack mode, getting their feet wet there in the paint. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look. At that triple, he continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job. Again, what an avalanche!
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Ross, he's checked in for Minnesota. Adams, he's checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Kane buries the long-range jumper. Kane's got 56 points in the game.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And it's Morant missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And yet, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Passes it to Bane. Back to Morant. To end the run. And the layup is good. Morant's got 7.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside. Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2022. Look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
Here's Brooks after the made shot from Kane. Here's Morant. The shot missing. Great tee that time from Kane. Minnesota's going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter.
You also love that Bane absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
The Timberwolves have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Williams, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's McDaniels in for Diallo. Memphis also making some changes. Tillman, he's checked in for Jackson. Luke Kennard comes in for Bane. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. Offensive rebound. And he jams it with authority.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Kane, defended by Jones. Kane, that's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Brooks outside. Pass to Kennard. Jones, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And what a first half he's having from downtown. He has been locked and loaded since the moment he stepped on the floor.
And here's Jones after the three-pointer from Kane. Jones, the pass to Tillman. Here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Drains the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Kane. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. It's Jones on the wing. Over Ross. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
With the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves, 68. The Grizzlies, 19.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from T.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
And again for three.
He just continues to rain it in from downtown. Hits another one from deep.
Greg, the way he's shooting, he has a good chance to join some elite names on the list of the most threes in a game. Pass to Bane. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
with LD2K and Rodney in the wreck and hopefully get some W's on today's episode of Team 2K TV versus the world. What's going on? Welcome to the show again, you guys. Thanks so much for joining us. How are you feeling today?
It feels great. I mean, I'm excited to be on here. You know, it's always good to be able to come on 2K TV and to be able to, you know, show your game to the rest of the world. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
I'm very excited to be here. Grateful for the opportunity to be on 2K TV again and be playing with the best, the 2K community themselves.
Look, I'm just ready to do my thing and just, you know, concede and watch me work.
All right, well, let's watch everyone work. LD2K, Rodney, you're joining our people today. What's the strategy going into the wreck?
Rodney, I'll let you go first. My strategy is to not let them down. I feel good about this final wreck game, this finale. To all the hard work we've put in, Rodney, all the L's we've taken. We can't let them down, Rodney, so what do you have to say?
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm bringing my defensive anchor. I'm just going to grab boards, protect the paint, and watch all of them work.
I love how LD2K said, I'll let you go first, but I'm not going to let you go first.
Let's get this win. We've never played a rec game together, full disclosure. So this is going to be fun. This is the first time our group has come together and played a rec game. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
All right, let's hope that we don't put the L in LD2K today. Let's get that W, you guys.
All right, here we are together in the rec, and I'm going to put my rec sweats on just so I can see a little crystal clear and get this W.
Nah, LD looking spiffy right now.
Watch me work. You wearing slip-ons?
Yeah.
Hey, you know, we call those the jailhouse works right there.
All right, let's go.
Man.
You should be off. So.
Good start, good start.
Do you need it?
Oh, Ratchet. Let's go. Big
Oh, yeah.
buckets. Baby Shaq. Let's go.
Good take, good take. That's off.
Wow.
What? Good stuff.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Can't leave that open for you.
Nice pass.
Hey.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff. Right now it's 10-10.
There it is. Good shot.
13-10. That's what I like to see.
Oh, they just got me.
Oh, that was a good
That
pass.
boy, yeah, that's the guy on their team that shoots. He's the one.
It's a good game, though. It's
Yeah, it
close.
really is. Oh yeah.
That's
No,
good
get
pass.
ball. I got a corner right here.
Okay, that's
All
all
right, that was a good quarter.
Okay, okay.
Feel good about this.
Bring it.
Tied up
This
game.
is our quarter right here. This is our quarter right here.
Just that.
I didn't know. Who to guard?
Yeah, those flash breaks. If he hits that, he's just different.
That's off.
Yeah, that was a heat check. That's crazy.
One more to the left. Oh, there it is. There it is.
There it
Third
is.
time.
Good shot.
Splash. Let's go.
Greens.
Oh, come on. I was there.
It's all right. That's all right. I'll live with twos. All right, hold on. Rod, got you? He's not paying attention. Nice.
Okay.
Good patience, Rodney. Let's go.
Good pass.
Rodney was so shocked that I passed the ball to him. He didn't know what to do.
Oh, look what I have.
We're all shocked.
Oh, nice. Good take.
Demi and work. If you guys want an ISO, call for it. We'll clear out.
Oh, got you. Thank you.
We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
Now Denver's starting five. Porter Jr. and Gordon at the 3 and the 4. Then there's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Gillespie in at the point. Porter's shot is off. Here's McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
And here's Minnesota now. It's a 5-point game. They beat the Nuggets during the last encounter in Denver.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights-out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Yeah, he tried to gain position but couldn't quite get there.
Here's T. Uses the glass on the layup. 7 points in the game.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Here's Gillespie. 14 points for him last game against Houston. Will it go? It doesn't go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Well, when we talk home court advantage, you think the Nuggets have the best in the NBA?
I think so, B.A., and it has to do with geography. Denver is at altitude, and that's hard on your body, trust me, I know. And they're isolated from the rest of the league, so it always is a long trip out there as well.
Denver calls timeout. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
To the inside, Gillespie. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
You just don't say it much for a center, but a high basketball IQ from Jokic might be his greatest strength.
Here's T. And another three from Minnesota.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
Here's Gillespie. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Gillespie. Now Porter. McDaniels covering. The offensive rebound. Goes back up. Misses the layup. Minnesota with the ball. They've outscored them 16-2. Not slowing down. T with the bucket.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
2 minutes remaining.
Inside. Here's Gillespie. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
To the paint. Up top, Edwards. Here's T. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Right wing. Here's T. Just outstanding. He hits again, and he's still a perfect 9 for 9.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Here's Gillespie. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. Over Edwards. Caldwell Pope's shot is off.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one.
Shooting one.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets. They are so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
.52 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Gillespie. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
At the line for the Nuggets, shooting 1.
One shot. Minnesota has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's T. And he gets the bucket. He's got 25.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Gillespie. He has 7. To the middle. Over to the wing. Unloads. And he's off on his first shot of the game. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Diallo gets the bucket.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Watson. Over Ross. We're at the end of the first, and what a blowout already in this one. The T-Wolves on top, running away with this one. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. The Wolves going with a whole new group out there. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But, Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, B.A., when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
On the court for the Nuggets, Gordon is the 4 with the Joker in the middle. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Gillespie in at the point.
Well, guys, T in the last outing against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and it was his highest point total of the season. He put up huge numbers last time out. We'll see if it's more of the same tonight. Guys?
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Here's T. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Minnesota foul.
Fernando's checked in for the Nuggets.
First team foul. Into the lineup for the Nuggets, Bruno Fernando.
1:07 left in the second. Jokic finds Porter. Out to the right wing. A shot to stop the run. And Reed pulls it down.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's T. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Jokic passes to Porter. Here's Gillespie. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Denver. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Minnesota shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long.
And it's really tough to catch a pass from that distance. He's asking a lot of his teammates to reel that one in.
Here's Gillespie. He's got 12. And here's Porter outside. Counted from distance. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target, and he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jay.
Knocks it down from distance.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Gillespie. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Here's Jokic. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Five ticks left in the second quarter. This one for 3. No good that time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves just dominating the opposition as they maintain a 36-point advantage. And they're... And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's T in at the point. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And this is exactly what you love to see. Up big, not letting up, keep on applying pressure to their defense. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Drills it from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Tipped away. And again. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Hey, they're causing turnovers, and then they're taking advantage at the other end.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.